yesterday. There was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bottom. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Good afternoon all, how are we all? Thank you very much for coming and joining myself and Nick for our Sunday lunchtime live. Hope you're all well, hope you're all having a great weekend. So nice to see a few names in the chat as always, very much appreciated as you always come over and support us both. And I know you only ever come over to actually hear Nick do the veg for the Sunday roast. So you won't be disappointed today because she will be doing vegetables.
No, I won't. Only potatoes.
Potatoes, only potatoes.
Because we've got all that stuff in the freezer need using, so.
Right, so like I said, she will be preparing veg. So,
Potatoes.
like I said on Friday night, I was going to be finishing the cauldron, but I think that's as far as I'm going to go, to be perfectly honest. So there it is.
Cop out.
Yeah, cop out. So I made the handle with a piece of copper brazen rod. I used some sort of thin brown cord to go around the bottom to hold the handle in. And I'm not going to put no feet on it because I think if it's hung up, you don't need feet. And to be honest, it actually does stand quite well on the bottom because there's a slight flat on the bottom. So it does stand quite well on the bottom. So that's my interpretation of a cauldron for the hashtag week. As promised on Friday night, I got the piece finished from Friday, or what we took us a couple of weeks to do. And here it is. So all polished up. It's only had 4 coats of lacquer. So all polished up. I give it a quick polish this morning. And then I've got to finish the bottom off, but I've just done a black at the moment, but I will make it the same colour as that and just put a little bit of lacquer over it. So there we go. That's the
We'll put some
vase.
sweets in it, I think, for the
What?
kiddies.
You can get a lot of sweets in that, will you? In that vase? But anyway, that's the piece we did. We did that Friday night.
Not the vase. That is beautiful.
We did that Friday. Did you hear that? Did you actually hear that?
That is.
We did
really
this.
do
We
like
did this
that.
Friday, and what it was is 2 weeks ago I started this. I did it on. I think I did it on the Monday live. Actually, I don't know if it was the Monday or the Friday night. Like, anyway, we started it, and I hollow formed it out or hollowed it all out during the week, and then, like I said, I did go a little bit thin with it.
You know what looked nice in that? Some of that pampas grass out the front cut down a bit.
I thought you were going to say my ashes. Then.
Yeah, we'll keep it for when you pass away. We'll put your ashes in it.
Down the
Don't
bottom.
you think though?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, we'll see. I don't know if it's a little bit. I went a little bit thin here, so I had to be a little bit delicate. But this has got a bronze, like acrylic paint, just lightly brushed over the top of it, and then we carved out with the Proxon carving tool on there. And on Terry's request, we faded the bronze as it comes up to the top, so it virtually disappears onto the top there, and then just the rim is bronze again. So no, I turned that really nice. I like that. I'm going to do a few more hollow forms. I really did enjoy doing that.
I think I know what you're doing with that. That's why you don't want to let me have it.
You know what I'm doing with it. We're going to put your ashes in it. So anyway, so today I'm going to be turning this cherry bowl. Susie, the Swiss woodturner, said she'd like to see it turned, so it's not going to be all done in 1 week because it's quite a big piece. I only just managed to get on the lathe. I've just had to spend 20 minutes hacking it about to take off little humps and bumps off of it, just so it would rotate. It was catching on the bed bars. So it's
Don't be bumpers.
bumpers. So it's the maximum I can get on the lathe. So I'm looking forward to doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and just start doing this while Nick welcomes you all in.
So, good afternoon, everybody. So, first of all, as he is every week, bless him, Woodturning by Colin, we have Dr. Bob, we have William Kenny, Doug Miller at Woodspun Around, Roy's the boy. Here we go. I don't need to do that. Laurie as well, with the strange surname. Jim Matthew, David J. Heath, the Guildford carpenter. Excuse me, sorry. John Scarborough. We also have Copper Hour Woodturning. Who else have we got? Colin Izzard, Grandpa Jim Woodturner, Pete from Twisted Trees. Chris Dodds. We also have Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks, Paul Hoyt and the Greasby Turner, Doug, oh no, I've said him. Fred Gulliver, sorry. Barry's Wood Creations. Brian at Heart Woodturning. Terry Bartlett's on as well.
Hi, Terry.
Paul Finley, Woodturning at Home. Michael McEwen. Amy. Hi, Amy.
My glasses are steamed up.
Because it's hot in here.
Oh,
Woodturning's by Barry. Brian with a Y from Spain. Not the other Brian. So I've got two now.
It was free in the other night.
Dara. Huh?
It was free in the Friday night.
What, with a Y?
No, you muppet.
Oh, well then. Rixby. I think I've got everybody.
Oh, welcome,
Colin
everybody.
said, what size is that bit of wood?
12 inches, maximum I can get on.
If
12
I've-
inches across by 6.5 inches deep it is.
I apologise if I've missed anyone. Robert Buchanan, sorry. Michelle Higgins. Oh, I want to make stuff. Going back up from the bottom now. Like I say, if I've missed anyone, please. Pete put, I think Nikki wants that bar, Steve, probably with some hashtag flowers for Nikki as well. I'll have to wait until my birthday, mate. I won't get none before then.
You didn't get none for your birthday either?
No, probably not. I did find a birthday present yesterday.
Oh, another one.
You ain't got me. I ain't found another one.
You sent me a list the other day.
Didn't send you a list. It was a thing on Facebook. I found a nice card I like in Tesco's. Rex B said, have you done a video when you've taken a chunk of wood from the tree and gotten it ready for the lathe?
No, I haven't, because I've never done it.
Because you've always been given the wood as such, haven't you?
Yeah, all the wood I've used has been given to me.
Already cut up. Benjamin's on as well.
Hi Ben, how you doing, bud?
Like I say, if I missed anyone, just Radar the Woodturner's on.
Good afternoon. Right, so I'm going to have to actually move. I'm going to have to do this in stages because of the size of it. My tool rest won't fit, or the banjo rest won't fit underneath the bowl. So as I cut it back, I'm going to gradually have to move it up.
Norman Greenwell's on as well.
Hi, Norman. So I'm using a 1/2 inch bowl gouge.
Roy said he likes the 2-view camera look, Steve.
Thank you, Roy.
Matthew Lawrence is on. Can a large heavy blank damage the bearings on the lathe?
Couldn't do. Obviously, if it's really out of balance and you're thrashing it around, then I think I might do. But what's the point of making it to take a 12-inch bowl blank if the bearings won't take it?
Wesley Hannah's on as well.
Hi, Wesley.
Does every lathe have a limit then as to what size it can take?
Well, the limit you can get is between the centre and the bed bars. I could have turned it outboard. Because a lot of lathes you can turn outboard, so you're on the outside of the bed bars. But this was only a 1/4 inch bigger than what I could get on there anyway, so I just decided to cut it down. I mean, most lathes nowadays are 14 or 16 inch above the bed bars anyway, so.
Pete said, Rexby, that's a good idea. Good plan, sorry. I will do one of those. Though I can't video the chainsaws, it'll be outside. You'll have to get, I've forgotten her name.
Lisa,
Lisa, that's it. It was on the tip of my tongue to video it for you. No, you're all right, Roy. I don't want to be on camera, thank you.
She'll be on camera on the 21st.
Rex B said, thanks, Pete. I have problems cutting the ends square to the lathe. Old Man River Woodturner's on.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Will I be in the house or will I have to be out here?
You can be out here.
Better to be out here, actually, yeah.
Because you'll have to do like last year. When people start paying, you'll have to contact the buyers. I mean the donators.
Yeah, and when we do the raffle as well, it's better to have, because we do it together on the screen in there, don't we?
Yep.
For the number generator.
So a lot of this is all shear cuts.
You've only got 4 weeks
For what?
till my birthday. Amy, tonight's dinner is roast pork. I have to be careful because my little one hates anything other than pork or chicken. I've got a nice bit of beef in the freezer, which I'll do one night, one weekend, and then Casey will have a bit of chicken, bless her. He'd rather have a bit of chicken. Actually, didn't ask the oldest if she's home for tea.
I doubt it.
No.
Right. So in places, this is a little bit punky in places.
Wood Grizzly Bocan said that's got a nice looking grain in it.
There's a nice band through there, isn't it? So it's a little bit punky in places. So I'm hoping we can sort of harden up with sand and seed. And what I'm going to do, final coat this, I'm going to use Rustin's plaster coat on it. So that'll take a bit of process anyway. So that'll harden it up as well. So, and with the plaster coat, you build up the layers and then cut it back in between layers to get a nice glossy look on it.
Another new name, Des Barnwell.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, folks. This looks interesting.
We'll bowl you over. Huh?
Don't give up your day job, love.
We can get a little bit more speed out of it.
So, just to say that if you want to buy any raffle tickets, for some reason you can't say on the Fund Me page what raffle tickets you want. So if once you've purchased your raffle tickets, you message Steve, either through Messenger or skkrafts, his web page, then
Email
even, then so I'm doing 2 things at once. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And say which raffles you want to enter, and then we'll put the tickets to that. Hey, do you know how much you raised so far?
Sorry?
Do you know how much you raised so far?
200 and something, isn't it?
I'll have a look in a minute.
You could put the GoFundMe link in the chat. It's in the bottom of the description of the video.
Right, give me a minute. Pete said, "Are you making another funnel, Steve?"
Yeah, I've got to service my car, Pete, and I need a funnel for putting the oil in the engine. So as always, we're going to try and get that continuous curve on the bowl. It's going to be quite a deep bowl, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to see what shape we get. Because obviously, normally, when you do that continuous shape, you normally get a what's rattling? Something's rattling.
I can't see it on here, Dom. Oh no, let's make his t-shirts.
Go to the go on my channel. Go to. You've got to open another page here. Look. Click on the YouTube. There's a YouTube icon. There, look.
Don't look at that because you'll see who won the Grand Prix.
So click on that. Now scroll down. Click on more.
Why is it not on this one then?
Oh, where is it? Thought I put it in the description of the video. Be right back, folks.
Oh, you told me where to look and I couldn't find it.
Might be this one actually. There you
No, I just copied this bit at the top.
go. There should be a share button. Share. Just copy.
And paste it over here.
Yep.
So anyway, as I was saying, you just need to let him know.
Well, there is a way to do it, but some people have managed to do it, some people haven't. So the easiest way is just to send me a message and let me know what raffles you want to be entered into, and then we'll make a nice note of it.
So let's go back up here. AGK Woodworks is on.
Hi, Andy.
Christine and Michael Hesseltine.
Good afternoon. Hope you're both well.
Len's Handcrafted Wood Signs.
Good afternoon.
Steve, can I message you, send the money to your account and give you the raffle number? Still not able to do it online. I'm computer illiterate.
Who's that?
Rexby, sorry.
As long as people know what you've donated, so they know I've donated the whole lot. I'm quite happy to do it as long as people know how much you give me to donate. But I don't want people to think that I'm not donating it. If you know what I mean.
You wouldn't not.
Right, let's see if we can get a bit of... I might put a round top rim on this. Ah, please, Brian, why not a round top rim?
TF Turnan's on.
Right, Tim, how you doing? Whoops.
So we've raised £286 so far. So thank you to everyone who has donated and bought raffle tickets and one thing and another.
Well, we got 2 weeks left, so it's done well. Oops.
So Colin Woodward's got a question. Thinking of getting a Hope/Crown double end bowl gouge. What size would you recommend?
I'd go for the 3/8, mate. You use that more than the 1/2 inch. I don't very often. I've got the 1/2 inch and the 3/8. I don't very often use the 1/2 inch. And I think most people would say the same, to be honest.
What did you say?
3/8.
Yeah, Colin. Benjamin said I would recommend all three. Oh, all three.
Yeah, I've got all three, but the 3/8 is the one I use the most of.
Rex has got a question. Steve, will Nikki get this bowl or do you have a home for it elsewhere?
She can't have everything, can she? She can't be greedy. She reckons my stuff ain't that good, so she can't have everything. See, the thing is, I do stuff and I take it and she goes, "Oh yeah, I don't know about that one." And then she'll come in there and she'll look at it again. She goes, "Oh, actually, yeah, I quite like that. I'll have that on. You can have the one back off of the coffee table, and I'll have this one."
At least I'm giving you ones back.
She thinks that's a swap shop.
If it ain't me, it's a kid, so.
Yeah, my oldest one wants me. Well, I don't know. What was it? A blue one I did.
I don't know. It's in a box, so.
And I took it in the show and she taxed it for a new house.
She literally just took it off you, didn't she? I'll have that.
But you try and tell them you need to start selling the stuff to sort of keep the channel going. Right, so just try and get this shape I'm looking for. I think we're getting there. So thanks to everybody who sent over their hashtag pieces. I've had quite a few through at the moment. So there's another week to go. So if you can get your pieces into me by next Friday, that would be absolutely great. I think, if I remember rightly, we've got Ed Oliver on next Friday.
Leroy 500's on.
Hello, mate, how you doing?
Ouch.
Yeah, because that's the auction a week Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got Ed on Friday. And then the following week, the auction.
Amy
So,
said that's what kids are for, pilfering parents' stuff.
yeah.
Or he said his wife does the same with his work. Sometimes it's the colours I'm not keen on, and Roy said he sold 5 pens today.
Well done, Roy. I've got a blooming box full of pens here, never sold one of them.
Pete said my eBay auction for the dementia thingy starts on the 11th, ends during the makers auction, and we'll hopefully bring a few extra people in with it.
Thank you, Pete. So we just need to turn a bit more down because we've got this flat here, so we need to get rid of that.
Wesley said he's done his hashtag cauldron. He's just got to take some glamour shots.
Plenty of time, mate. Like I say, ain't got to be over till me till Friday. So we've still got a bit more. Wow. Don't want to be taking it down to that, really. I might have to lose that. Yeah, I don't want to be taking no more of that. So I'll take it to there, then we'll lose that rim there because that's not square anyway. So we'll shape that from there to get that shape into there.
Robert Bortwood is on.
Hi, Robert. Welcome.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
What's that?
Roy said Pete put a link in for eBay so people can save it.
Yeah, Pete's got a spanner. You can do that. I'll promote it on social media when Pete lists it, so people can go over and bid on it. So we'll just try and curve that around now. So Brian is on tomorrow night. Terry's back tomorrow lunchtime. TJ Temporary Turning is back on the ball. So make sure you check those guys out. A little bit of a, you can just feel a little bit of a sharp curve on that there. You just rub your hand over it, you can feel where you've got a little bit of a ridge. Like I said, we're doing share cuts anyway. So
someone asked Robert if his surname was his actual surname, and it is. Robert Bortwood. He said it's very fitting for someone who became a cabinet maker for a living. Matthew
right.
Lawrence said, where do you source your blanks from locally, especially the larger ones?
To be honest, this was given to me. A guy called Chris. Oh, I can't remember his name. Dickerson. Chris Dickerson. He comes in the chat every now and again. He lives in Norwich, and he messaged me and asked me if I'd be interested in having some blanks. So I had a drive over there, and he was very generous in giving me some nice bits of cherry, which is this is one of, and some other bits and bobs. So these are all donated to the channel. But big stuff, I don't normally turn a lot of big stuff, to be perfectly honest. So
Oh, my foot's stuck.
it's just getting that shape we want, really. Got most of the weight off of it.
So he's put his link in for his auction, but it won't start until the 11th, as he can only do a 10-day one. So
Thanks, Pete. Very much appreciated. Right, so let's get our tenon on the bottom. You lot ain't gonna know what's happened to you. I keep using these tenons. Where's my do-free?
you do free. Perhaps it's
Oh,
next to your thingamy, Bob.
what's over here? Why is it over here? It's always should be on this bench. Who's moved it? Right,
It's been
so
Fred.
48 millimeters for a internal grab. So we need to just reduce that down a little bit. So I used a 3/8 bowl gouge for that.
TF Turner says, Steve, what do you link of the pedestrianisation of Norwich city centre? We're not nowhere near Norwich, so we don't have to go there, do we?
No, I don't. Can't remember the last time I went to Norwich. Well, I know when I did go to Norwich, I did a demo for them a few weeks ago, but not actually went into the town centre. So we're just going to put a return on that a little bit, just to give our gripper jaws just a grip to.
Spirit Woodstone and Bones on.
Right, Heather.
I don't know if I said Matt's Woodshop. Yeah, I think I did. Amy said, how do you decide on tenon or mortise?
Oops, sugar. Well, I've been moaned at for weeks and weeks and weeks that I should start really using the tenon a bit more than keep using the mortise. So when you turn it off, you don't actually see where it's been chucked up. So I'm actually going to start doing that a bit more often, Amy. A lot of the time, the reason why I don't use a tenon is because the piece is mainly sat on the shelf, and if I do eventually sell it, I can put it back on the lathe and refinish it. So that's a lot of the reason why I don't do it. But I could have done a bigger tenon on there already because I've got some bigger gripper jaws, but hopefully that'll be all right. If I put a tailstock into it, that'll be fine, I think, when we turn the middle out. So as you can see, we've got a bit of tear out in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the little tiny 10mm bowl gouge and just do one push cut uphill and see if that cures it. If it doesn't, then we'll try and go the other way, because that might cure it. So trouble is, it's going to be, I think I'm going to have to do it in 2 stages because of how big the bowl is. So we'll see how far we can go. No, not that one. That's a spindle gouge.
Leroy 500 says, anyone familiar with the Vic Mark VL 300? And if so, what's your opinion?
That's a spindle gouge. Don't want that one.
You hear it?
I haven't got nothing to do with the Vic Mart. I've never. The only ones I've ever seen are Martins and the one at the club.
Christine said, Michael says, are you going to core that beautiful piece of wood?
Am I going to what? Core it?
Core it.
No, I haven't got a corer, so I can't core it, unfortunately. If I had a coring system, then I perhaps would to save her, because I'd end up with more blanks out of it, wouldn't I?
Pete said, speed is your friend, Steve.
Yeah. That's what the officer said when he done me for speeding.
Won't catch him easy, things like that. Naughty.
So I'm just gently rubbing that bevel, not pushing too hard on it. We'll see how that's got rid of the tear out. Yep, it's got rid of a lot of it, still a little bit. But we're going the right way, so we'll just take a little bit bigger pass in the next cut. Hopefully, we'll get rid of all of it.
Woodwork learners on.
Hi Andy, how you doing?
Steve, just to break out the 60 grit gouge. Just to break out, sorry.
I don't like sanding it. If I can get away with it, I'd rather get a good finish off the tool if I can. Not saying I can do it every time, but we can have a go. Bouncing there. So as you push too hard on the primer of the bevel too hard, it ends up bouncing a little bit, and you end up with a few little.
Charlie Taylor's on as well.
Hi Charlie. Don't taste very nice. Let's have a look at that. Still a little bit. This is where it's pucky in this area here anyway. So I think just try going the other way a little bit and see what happens. If it makes any difference or not. I don't think it will, because it doesn't feel like it is. No, it's actually worse. So we'll stop there.
Oh.
Old Trev's out. I think we're going to have to do like they say, get the sandpaper out. So what I'll do is I'll rough sand it with 80 grit, and then we'll soak it in sand and sealer. Then hopefully we can harden up a little bit and see what comes of it. So let's get a 80 grit pad. I mean, I've got any 60 grit, to be honest. Oh, I might have. What are these? Yep, it says house brick on the back of the pad. So we'll try a bit of 60 just to get rid of that.
Benjamin said, try doing a shear scrape with a scraper, Steve.
I don't know if that'll help, but we'll try it. We'll try it. It might be worse, Ben, but I'll try it. I've got a negative rate scraper here, so we'll just try it.
Neil M is on.
Hi, Neil.
And Pete's just said, Steve, on the picture-in-picture, you appear to be cutting below centre.
Am I? Hey, Pete. No, that's exactly the same, Ben. No difference, mate. Worth a try, though. Oh. Right, so let's sand this. Let's try that one. So this is 60 grit. See if we can get rid of some of that nasty tear out. I knew it was some bits of it were a bit soft when I cut it into a blank, but I didn't want to get rid of it really because you never know, you might be able to do something with it. See what it's doing. Yeah, let's get rid of it. So
Colin Izzard's got to go. He said he'll finish watching later.
see you later, Colin. Thanks for coming over.
Leroy 500 said, Simon Hope and Nurse's sander is awesome.
Yeah, they are a good tool. Love it. I had a Robert Sorby one before this, and this one overpowers it every day.
Mark Harvey is on.
Hi, Mark.
John Scarborough said, could you stabilise with CA, Steve?
I could, but I think sand and sealer will do just as good job. I'm not a great lover of using CA to stabilise because you'd need a lot to start with, and it stinks. Absolutely stinks. Like I say, I'm going to put Rustin's plaster coat over the top of it, so that will, the first couple of coats will soak into it and make it stronger anyway. So it's just getting a nice finish on it.
Roy said, will a bigger pad work better, Steve?
Perhaps would, but I haven't got one, Roy. We had this conversation with Pete a few weeks ago, and he said that a 3-inch pad is sometimes better. And once we get the tear out, We'll be fine.
I think Ryan's put his link in for tomorrow. He's turning walnut bowl, I think.
Nice.
Pete said, Steve, buy Nikki a set of 3-inch sanding pads for her birthday. You know where they'd go, don't you?
Ungrateful, that is. Must be
Heather
getting
said, not sure if it was said before, but before I got here, but that tenon looks kind of small for a big bowl, or is it just my perception?
It is small. It's 48mm, but I'm going to keep the tail stock up at all times anyway, so we should be fine. Only be the last little bit out of the middle that I turn.
Radar said, did you get his email?
Yes, I did, Radar. Thank you.
Leroy said, I bought my wife a shop vac. I'm going to say, no, not sure if you didn't think it was funny.
Oh, still there. So, try a fresh pad, see if that'll be a bit more aggressive. That's why it's always good to try and get out of the tool so you don't sand so much, or have to sand so much. Sometimes you just have to persevere. Put the fat sand on the centre will help. Oh, still there. Jeez. Almost I had
Tony
clear out like
Hutchins
that.
is on.
Hi Tony, how you doing?
He said, what sanding device do you recommend, Steve? I've missed half the show today.
I recommend the Time and Hope inertia sander. Comes with interchangeable, or it doesn't come. You can use interchangeable heads in it. They do heads from 1 inch up to 3 inch. If you're lazy like me and a lot of the others, you have a head for each sanding pad, so you haven't got to keep changing it all the time. They're not the cheapest, but I believe they're one of the best. I mean, I had a Sorby one, and they actually haven't got a bearing in them. They're just a brass bush. And after about a year, the head on mine was really wobbly. Wobbly.
Wobbly.
Yeah, wobbly. And so I asked a few people, and people recommended the Simon Hope one. and I've had it now a couple of years, and like I say, I can't criticise it. It's absolutely perfect. And the good thing is they've got bearings in them, magnetic. So when you just swap them over, you just quickly change them over like that. So really, really good.
Colin said, what do you mean by pricey? I'll close my ears.
I don't know. I think the beginner set, which is the handle and a head, I think it's about 50 quid, or is it a bit more than that? I don't know. If Brian or Pete's in the chat, they might stick the link up for one. The actual arbors are about £4 or £5 each. The foam pads are about £1.50 each, because the foam pads do wear. But like I say, they do them in inch up to 3 inches. So I've got some inch ones that are great for small stuff. I've never really had the need to buy the bigger ones, but
Pete said he's got a Simon Hope prototype one, so must be 15 or so years old, working well still.
yeah. Like I say, there isn't really a lot that can go wrong with them, to be honest. They're only a bearing and a handle. Questionnaire for you. Nearly there, folks. Nearly there.
So Pete's put the link in for the Hope Woodturning sander.
Yeah, like I say, I think they're one of the better ones on the market.
Yeah, John, I've just put the link in for the GoFundMe page.
Right, I'm going to go up to 80 grit now.
You not do that down there.
Sorry. Just come swig of my oh, I won't swig my coffee because it's all gone. Someone's drunk it.
Gary's Wood Creations got to go. He said, sorry guys, have to go. See you Wednesday, Steve.
All
Is
right,
that
mate. See you later.
your thing Wednesday?
What's it called, Nick?
I can't say on there, get in trouble.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing tea. What time do you have to go?
Be leaving here around about 20 past to 6:30.
Oh, you can do. Still got time to do tea.
Yeah, it don't take long to do beans on toast, does it?
No, you got to do sausages. That don't take. They don't take long.
Microwave.
You're not. Mark Harvey said, I've got F1 in one ear and Steve Sandon in the other. Great lol. Roy said, has anyone in your club got a coring system?
I don't think so. I don't know. Still a little bit in there. Taking forever. Let's go over and watch Steve spend an hour sand out some tear mark. Yay!
Yorkshire gits on.
All right, Glenn, how you doing, bud?
Ben's put Mattison's pork sausages. Yum.
Mattison's?
30 seconds in the microwave. Oh, they're horrible.
Is that what Casey has?
No. They're
Casey has
she has
what one?
Wool's microwave sausages. Len said, keep going, Steve.
Who?
Len. Oh, I've got cold now. Bet it's warmer outside than it is in here.
Oh, it's nearly gone. Just a little tiny bit in there. You done your potatoes?
No, I'm not doing them. I feel like I've got loads of things to be doing. But I'd rather be here.
Of course you would. Where is there a better place to be than with the man you love?
How long you got? Heather said they had snow there yesterday.
Oh, really? Nice. I love snow. Great fun in the truck.
Pete. Oh wait a minute. Pete said, Steve, got a drill and a 5-inch backing pad. That'll sort it in no time.
I haven't, no, Pete. I don't use them, so.
Glenn said, Tenon looks a bit small, mate.
She'll be alright, Glenn. She'll be alright. Right, so I'm going to keep the tail stock up at all times anyway, so. That's deep enough to turn another one if I have to. I could put a bigger one on it, but I'm hoping that'll be alright.
Amy said, happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends. I like snow, but not just yet. I like to still keep getting my wafting out at the minute.
3 days before Christmas. So you want it. So you can go 3 days before Christmas and then 1 day before you go back to work, and that all falls away. So you ain't got to go nowhere over Christmas.
I don't go far anyway.
It's even better then.
Where's Terry today?
Shopping, I would imagine. Either that or asleep. Yay, it's all gone. Yay! Praise the Lord.
Woodbert Leonard said, it's not as if you're known for dropping stuff, is it, Steve?
No,
Mm.
I don't drop nothing.
Oh, Amy sympathise with you. Their birthday's 3 days before Christmas.
Double celebration then.
I wish I had a summer birthday.
You get fireworks on your birthday.
Not this year.
Alright, so I'm going to stand this up to 240. And then we'll seal it.
Benjamin said, just got to put some washing on the line. Hopefully he will have finished sanding when I'm coming back, but I'll take my time.
Who said that?
Benjamin.
180.
Pete said he's got to go shopping Christmas Eve to get his presents. Many times we used to have to do that for your grandparents, didn't we? Because they were so hard to buy for. We'd like
Yeah.
spend days and days, and then you'd be out Christmas Eve just trying to find something. Well, probably not quite Christmas Eve, but Woodwork Glenn said everyone celebrates the moment my birthday ends.
Alright, so final
Rex
one.
said, is an 18 or 20-inch lathe on your Christmas list, Steve? He ain't getting nothing. He's on the naughty list. Keep ordering stuff and buying new tools and.
I ain't bought no tools for ages.
So what was that thing you had trend thing you bought?
That's for work.
Still a tool?
But you can't. I need something for work.
You don't need it though, do you? I think you've got one somewhere.
I doubt it. Right, we are sanded up to. What's better? I can see now. Up to 240 grit.
Mind you, I suppose it was only £12.99, wasn't it?
No, it was 100 quid.
That weren't. It was £96 actually.
96. What? 80 plus? Oh yeah, 80 plus VAT. Yeah.
Or was it £79.99 plus VAT?
No, £80 plus VAT. Oh, so I can see
Still would
now.
be
Them
£100.
glasses. Right, so I'll have a swig of my drink.
You drink your coffee.
So get some sand and sealer on this now. Just blow all the dust off of it. So get some nice coat of sand and sealer over it. That one there. Remove my tools just in case. Get a bit of cloth. So let's give us a generous coat of. Oh, look at that. Very pretty.
Then said they had their first frost there.
Yeah, that was over. Oh, that was like that last night when I went and got the takeaway. It was very cool.
Rex said, what diameter is your dust opening, please?
Don't know. 1 second, I'll measure it for you. Just
Oh.
spilt.
I'm just going to nip this thin. Put these in water. I'll just put something in the line back in a second.
Always talk about you. Alright, so nice generous coat of sand and sealer. Which I've got half of it down my smock, but anyway. So we're just going to let that flash off. You will denib it with a handful of shavings. Because that's punky in place, so I want to give it a second coat. Just knocks the grain back a little bit. I was going to measure this extractor, weren't I? Sorry, it's 100mm feed, and the actual opening is 240mm by 100, or 250 by 100, should I say. So, just give that another coat. Hopefully it's harden up a little bit. It's a good thing with watering your, well not watering, but thinning down your sand and sealer a little bit. That soaks into the grain a little bit better. So hopefully should toughen up a little bit. So I'm going to finish it with rustins anyway, so that'll give it a little bit of soak into it a little bit better. Even with the sand and sealer and the rustins will soak into it a little bit. So the bits I want to get are these bits that are on the end here. So we'll let that dry a little bit. And then we'll just denib that, then we'll Yorkshire grill it. You don't have to denib it when you Yorkshire grill it, but I'm going to. I'm just going to denib it again. So let's get some Yorkshire grit on it. So a nice dollop of Yorkshire grit. Make sure we work that in really well before we start it up. We're just going to work that in. Speed up a little, just a little bit, get rid of some of the vibration. I'm actually wondering whether I'd be better off finishing it with a wax. What do you guys think? See you later, Tim. Thanks for coming over. Watch out, she's back. What did we laugh for?
Heather's got to go by looks of it.
See you later, Heather. Thanks for coming over. Have a good day.
Did you tell Rex what size it was?
Yes, I did.
Rex put need to buy a dust opening. Thank you.
Right, clean bit of tissue. Oh, it's on the floor. Oh, I'm getting old.
PF Turner said coal for Christmas would be awesome these days with the price of heating. She's going to her sale today, so that's where she's gone.
Good luck.
TF Turner's going as well. Got to run, folks. Have a good day. Premiere at 7 p.m. Terry's on Monday lunchtime just to ensure he can't get out of it. Here's the link, said Pete. Amy's got to go. It's after midnight for her. Looks amazing, Steve. Take care, everyone.
See you later, Amy. Thanks for coming over. Have a good night.
Brian said, well done, Pete. That sets him up nicely. So Pete said he'd wax it unless you really have a need for plastic coat. Wax feels nicer.
No, I don't have a feel for need for plastic coat at all, Pete. I'm just stood here watching it and thinking, do you know what? It might just be as nice just to wax it, get a nice wax finish on it, rather than having all that hassle of putting many coats of plastic coat on it.
Norman Greenwell said, Steve, did you centre mark the tenon?
No, but I will do before I take it out of the chuck. Right, so I think we've got all the Yorkshire grit off of it. Cloth's clean.
Pete said he's sure we get him to do more cover soon. Woodwork Glenn said, you do know that when Terry starts his lives, we have to tilt our TVs downwards to find him after looking up at Pete so long. Todd said Terry will put the camera on the ground to make him look taller. Matt's wood shop said, looks great, Steve.
Thank you. So I'm just going to buff that off. So that's sanded with the Yorkshire grit, so that'll be around about 1,000 grit finish on there. And as you can see, it's already got a little bit of a sheen on it. Put on a different camera so you can see. I'm looking at the wrong screen. So as you can see, it's already got a little bit of a sheen on it. Or if that was in focus. There you go, that's better. A little bit of a sheen on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some wax over that. I think I'll use Hampshire Sheen High Gloss.
Yorkshire Git says, oh my God, Joe's singing.
More, she's going, more. Do you want me to give it another coat, Joe?
Len said, looks amazing. The grain's really nice.
Thank you. Right, so nice. I'm going to spend a bit of time getting a couple of coats of wax on this. Like I say, don't need loads.
Wax on, wax off.
You don't need loads, you just need enough just to cover your piece, because you can always go back and put another coat over, and you're better off with several thin coats than what you are one massive thick coat. So we're going to put a couple of coats over it to get a nice sheen on it. So we're just gently going to buff this off. Like I say, I'm only going to do the outside today. I'm not going to do the inside as well.
Wesley Hannah said, looks great, Steve. Pete said, great. Singing Joe. Hopefully Steve will use Yorkshire Grit on the inside as well. Leroy 500 said, awesome grain. And Robert Bortwood said, looking damn good, Steve.
Thank you. Just going to buff this off, and then we're going to put another coat on it.
Could do with a little nap now.
What, another one? So as you can see, we've got a bit of a shine on there now.
John Scarborough said, looking great, Steve, but I have to go. Dinner's ready. We'll catch the rest later.
All right, John, have a good day, mate.
Enjoy it. It's nice when someone else cooks for you.
I know.
I don't get that very often.
No, I know. Hard old life, isn't it?
Tell Steve he's got to cook, he buys takeaway. I know that's nice, but I'm a bit sick of takeaway now. Trouble is, we don't have it for ages. Then we have it loads, and then you get bored of it.
I'll cook you an omelette. How's that? No answer. See? No respect. No respect.
You're going to have to cook Tuesday. Mind you, Chloe might.
You said Wednesday, mate. You might have.
Wednesday.
Right, so again, just gently buff it. You don't need to apply any major pressure. If you put too much pressure on it, you will burnish off the wax. So you're just letting the piece rub against it.
Leroy 500 said, what's the diameter of the bowl?
I reckon it's about 11 3/4 inches, because it's just off the bed bars, and the maximum depth I can get on this is 12 inches.
Woodwork Learner said, really nice, Steve.
Thank you, Andy.
Wood Wizardry by Column said, damn, that's awesome.
Go on.
William Kenny said, look savage, Steve, beautiful grain. Norman Greenwell, beautiful grain on that, Steve.
So
that's definitely going to go in my house.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Right, I'm going to get one more.
I get home before you.
Yeah, I've got keys to the garage.
So have I.
So we're going to get. Oh, move that camera up. We can't really see a lot on that camera. We're going to get one more coat.
I am so cold. Oh.
Well, trouble is when you sit there in your
It's
dressing
colder
gown.
in here than it is outside. It really is.
Well, I've had the heater on, you moan. Can't win with you.
Bortwood said, need my sunglasses with that shine. He does like shine. Steve, do you like shiny things?
Give yourself a shiny.
Don't you, babe?
Not always. I do like sometimes you're just a natural, dull looking piece, but I think if it looks good, enhance it. Make it glimmer. People like bling, don't they? People like things that shine.
Des Barnwell said, I've got to go now. That's looking great, Steve. We'll catch you later. See you all.
Thank you.
Take care. Gosh, that Nikki is hard to please, Steve. Makes
You're right there.
the call to get the food when asked, and she wants more from him. Copper Owl said, beautiful start, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Colin said, your light needs a dimmer on that's blinding, lol. Radar said, is that the same? Blimmer flies in here. Same way with shellac.
I've only ever used shellac twice, and yes, you do. You build up the layers, you build up the coats to give you that deep shine. A lot of people think you can put on one thick coat of wax and then you'll get the shine, but you won't. You need to build up the gradual layers to give you the depth of shine. And like I said at the start, several thin coats is much better than one thick coat. Same as your sand and sealer, you're better off putting several thin coats on than one massive thick coat. So there we go. That's now had 3 coats.
Brian said shiny cells.
It does. People like bling.
Glyn says same here at Yorkshire Grit. Oh, at ex Yorkshire. Yeah. Right, same here at ex Yorkshire Grit Central. Brian said it's the Gits workshop now, Glyn.
It's the Gits workshop, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a tail, I'm going to center in there and just put us a dot in the middle of the middle of that, just so we know where our center is. That's not in the middle, so it'll have to be a pencil, because obviously the headstock's not lined up with the other one. Oh, it wouldn't have been, would it? Because I moved it on Friday night and I didn't realign it. So that is our center there. So that's not going to go anywhere. But what I can do is I can get a skew and just mark that, so we know where it is.
So Peter said I would avoid shellac on that size and shape. Can be done, but takes a lot of skill on large bowls.
Yeah, same as friction polish. On a large bowl, you struggle to get a perfect shine because you can get it a bit streaky if you're not careful. If you put friction polish on too thick, that'll become streaky. So small bowls are fine, but large bowls take a little bit of practice, really. Right, so that's as far as I'm going to go this week, and then we will finish it off next week.
Mark Harvey says shiny, love it. Glyn says point of skew, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, Glyn. Like I say, the headstock, I moved the headstock on Friday night when we did the vase, so that's why it's not lined up. Look at the mess. Put these gouges away quickly, and then we'll say our goodbyes.
So the link again is in for the GoFundMe page. It is also hashtag cauldron, which could you have the video? No, not videos. The pictures into Steve by Friday, please. So Woodridge Recon said boo a fool. Fred Gilliver said nice one, Steve. Bye to everyone. Brian's put his link in again. I think that's for his YouTube, for his live tomorrow night at 7,
8.
Roy's the boy said looks great, Steve. So the link's gone in for the GoFundMe page, hashtag Cauldron Week, and also just a reminder that this is Steve's email address. So if you do purchase tickets, or are finding it hard to purchase tickets or anything, just give him a contact and he'll tell you what's the best way to do it. Len said, bye, Steve and Nikki. Have a great weekend.
Thank you very much.
Michael McCurran said, awesome job, Steve. Woodwork Learner said, thanks, Nikki, Steve, and all take care. Leroy 500 said beautiful. William Kenny, bye everyone. Great afternoon. Now back to lay for me. Radar says looks awesome, Steve. Pete said send the picture.
Send the
Burnt.
picture.
Listen, sent the picture. Burnt the hashtag cauldron all sorted. Brian said good work, Steve, and Nikki looks superb.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Very
And
much appreciated.
Robert Bortwood said thanks again, Steve.
So just quickly before you all go, for the latecomers, this is the finished piece from Friday night.
Don't forget to show the cauldron as well.
I've just got to finish the bottom. I've coloured it, but I haven't actually. I'm going to colour it similar to this, and I'm just going to put a bit of lacquer over it. But at the moment, this is polished, all sanded up and polished. I really did enjoy doing this. And the texturing just breaks it up, makes it look a little bit different. I'm actually thinking about doing another one, and then trying to carve the whole side, say from there to there, in some sort of pattern.
Chris Dodd said
but
good
not
one,
to go,
Steve.
but not to go through the bottom as thin. So, cauldron, where is it? Yeah, so I didn't finish the cauldron day, obviously, because I finished it already. I walked out of the lathe, so didn't put no feet on it because I'm going to hang it. And like I say, it's got a bit of a flat on anyway, so it does sit. So just use some cord to hold the handle on, bit of brazen wire, copper brazen wire. So yeah, that's my cauldron.
So the vase, Mark Harvey said that's nice, and Len said, wow, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Pete said that is lovely, Steve. You should give it to Nikki with the 3-inch sanding pads for her birthday. Radar said, I'm just glad I got to enter this time, lol.
That's good. That's nice to see some new people entering the hashtag week. It's good. And the reason we do the hashtag week is not to be better than anybody else or anything else. It's just to get you in the workshop, try and something different. We always go in the workshop, stand in the workshop, and go, what am I going to turn today? And if there's a challenge put up, or not a challenge, but if there's a hashtag put up, then it gives you something to have a go. You ain't got to have a go at it. And if you turn one, you haven't got to send the pictures, but it's nice to have a go. So that's the idea of it.
Len said you won't get much candy in that bucket. How many visits we have? We probably won't need any, to be fair.
The trouble is with the village we live in is that it's mostly elderly
older
people.
Yeah, they don't.
So
they do come around a bit.
And that takes them 4 hours to get through 3 houses. So
a lot of the children live sort of in the next village, don't they?
Yeah, there are a few more younger families in the village recently, but like I say, where we live is quite a few old people. So, but we'll put some
sweets
penny sweets in it.
Penny sweets. You can't get penny sweets now, right?
Don't you?
They're like 10p.
Wow.
You're lucky.
Right, so everybody who's messaged me about raffle tickets, yes, I will sort that out. Like Nick said at the start, if you want raffle tickets and you can't find where to add it to the GoFundMe, then please don't hesitate to email me or message me in what raffle you would like to be entered into. We want to make sure everybody's entered into what they want to be entered into and keep it as fair as possible. As for Rex, yes, if you want to send me the funds, I will pay him to the GoFundMe, but I want people to know exactly what you paid out, so they know that.
He sends a similar message to Brian or
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. But as long as someone
Terry.
knows that the amount that Rex has donated is the amount that I've put into the charity.
But you can put a note on there that saying Rex has donated.
Yeah.
You said that.
I will do that. Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, because we've had someone give us some cash already, and we're going to put that. Steve's going to put that on as well. So
Yeah.
you can do Rex's at the same time, then, can't you?
Yeah, I just want to be.
We don't really want to handle cash, but we don't want people to miss out either. If it's,
no.
I mean, the Fund Me page seems to be a bit harder, but you was a bit more concerned about which one to use this time.
Well, Dementia UK recommended GoFundMe, so I just used it because obviously that's what they recommended. But we'll see how we go on. Oh, look! Oh, here's Terry. Hello, Terry. Goodbye,
we had
Terry.
the twins' birthday lunch.
That's all right. No, not a problem. Yeah, Terry. Look, just to show you. Look, finished my vase. Look, all finished, all polished up, all sanded. Just got to finish the bottom a little bit. But other than that,
did you see what Colin put?
What?
He put whoever goes for my bowl and wins, I will include a laser engraved coaster with their logo on as a thank you.
Oh, there you go. So that's raffle number 1.
Pete said, "It's okay, Terry. I already put your link in." So you can't get out of it, Terry. Michael put, "We're used to it, Mr. Holiday." Terry, Woodwork Learn said, Terry, that doesn't mean you have to eat twice as much.
No. So
Get
I'll
twins
just
birthday.
because Terry's come over, I'll just quickly show Terry how far we've got. So this is as far as we've got, Terry. I've turned it, shaped the outside. I've given it 3 coats of polish on the outside, or wax, should I say. So that's where I'm going to leave it.
He said, "Can someone put my link in?" Pete's done it, mate. You've been putting him half a dozen times.
So that's as far as I'm going to go this week. I've centered the middle of the tenon. So what I'm going to do next week is we'll come in, we'll reverse it, and we will start hogging out the middle. You never know, Terry might be here next month, next week. No, I'm joking.
I'll put the link in again for the GoFundMe just for.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I say, everybody is more than welcome. You can buy as many tickets as you like. It's all for a good cause. And you mean the raffle prizes? You mean the Shadowfoam raffle prize is a really good prize.
They're all nice prizes.
Yeah, they
And
are.
at the end of the day, it's all for a good cause.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like we said before, every little helps them. And with the raffle tickets, just so everyone's aware, what we do is make a list of your names, and then I will spend probably most of an evening allocating everyone a number randomly from a number generator, and then we'll use that. Steve will use a number generator because he's got 2 screens going right now to show people that obviously it's all above board. So you won't be, if you've bought raffle tickets early, you're not going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll be just given random numbers.
Wow.
We thought it's more fair.
GoFundMe apparently at the moment is at
Yeah, I see that.
336. Wow. Thank you very much, everybody. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Over the next week or so, I am going to push it a little bit harder. I've asked a few people to put it on their lives. As you may have seen from Wayne's and Scott's, I've asked some of the guys to put on their lives. I'm sure Brian and Terry will push it as well.
And Pete's doing his thing as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Pete's doing his auction thing as well, so appreciated for that. So no, hopefully we can raise a few quid, and at the end of the day, on the night, have a bit of fun as well. That's what it's all about. So that's all what it's all about. If we can have a bit of fun while making a few quid to help people, then awesome. Right, so now we've bored you. I'm going to go. Thank you very much to everybody coming over. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed. Obviously, it's going to be a 2-parter, but hopefully we're going to end up with a nice, decent
You're
bowl.
definitely going to finish it next week. You're not going to finish it in between times.
No, I'm not going to. No, because I've got it on a faceplate, so I can take it out and put it back into the lathe without being out of shape. So I will take it off the lathe, and then I will put it to one side, and we will finish it next Sunday even. So other than that, take care. Have a great week.
Did you see what Colin's just put on again?
What's that?
He's had my £70 from my birthday too, Brian.
Oh,
That's
good man.
very generous. Thank you, Colin.
He's done a dementia thing for his birthday, didn't he?
Yeah.
So appreciate it, Colin. So anyway, we will be back next Sunday. I will be back Friday night with the one and only Mr. Ed Oliver. God help us. God help us. Ed's always a good character to have on. Always got plenty to say. So if you've got any questions for Ed, then make sure you come over and speak to Ed. Absolutely stunning guy, as is all the people we have on, all the makers we have on, or all the turners, should I say. We have all of them on, and they are all absolutely the best there is. They're quite happy to share their knowledge, quite happy to help people along the way of learning, and Ed is no different. So if you've got any questions, whether it be specifically about Ed or about wood turning, then come over and join us. That will be 7:45 on Friday. Don't forget, you got Terry on at 1 o'clock tomorrow lunchtime. This is his first turning live in his new workshop, so make sure you go and check that out. He's been doing quite a bit of work last week in his workshop, so there's a few mods in there already. And don't forget, Brian is on tomorrow night as well. And when you come back next week, I'll be having a bit of a change in the workshop, so I'll show you that as well. So have a great week, guys. Say bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Have a great week, guys. Take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.